See the remnants of Hurricane Helene cutting an enormous path of destruction across the southeast, leading to life-threatening floods and sending rescue teams on desperate missions to save people from the rising water. Helene has been downgraded to a tropical depression, but the danger is far from over, and we are about to feel some of its powerful winds.
So far, we know at least 40 people across 4 states have been killed by the storm. More than 4 million homes and businesses are without power. Among the most pressing situations at this hour is unfolding in Tennessee in the town of Erin. More than 50 people are stranded on the roof of a hospital. The hospital has been engulfed by rushing water that's so intense, rescue boats are unable to reach those people who are stranded. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency says it is using several helicopters to pluck people off the roof, but the operation is extremely dangerous.
Flooding is also a major issue in North Carolina. The state's Department of Transportation warned today that all roads in western North Carolina should be considered closed. There have also been reports of landslides and washed out roads across the state.
There is also a huge mess to clean up in Florida, where Hurricane Helene came ashore as a major Category 4 storm. State officials say they've already cleared 2,000 miles of road of debris. CBS News correspondent Tom Hanson is in Tallahassee with a closer look at the destruction.
Entire houses are missing or flattened in on themselves.
Michael Presley Bobbitt captured these images of Cedar Key this morning, just south of where Hurricane Helene slammed into Florida as a Category 4 storm, packing sustained winds of up to 140 miles per hour and a 15-foot storm surge.
Say a prayer, friends.
Despite orders to evacuate, Bobbitt rode out the storm, checking on his community.
I was trying to make it to my mama's house, but it's neck deep here. I'm not able to get any further.
Florida's governor says there were thousands of rescue missions overnight. This team in South Pasadena called out for people who might need help when several homes caught fire. Helene is the third hurricane to hit the Big Bend region of Florida in the last 13 months.
The damage in those counties that were really in the eye of the storm has exceeded the damage of Idalia and Debbie combined.
Storm surge engulfed much of Florida's western coastline, but Tampa General Hospital stayed dry, surrounded by a flood prevention wall. Flooding is widespread, including farther north into Georgia. Overnight in Atlanta, rescue teams brought a couple, their baby, and 2 dogs to safety.
With this one, the vehicle was traveling in through the water, and the vehicle started to float, and it floated off the roadway. They were able to get out of the vehicle and get on top of the vehicle.
Helene's high winds also knocked out power to an estimated 3 million customers all across the southeast. Even as Helene is weakening, it's still a threat to communities in the Carolinas and Tennessee. At least 50 people were sent to the roof of Unicoi County Hospital in Tennessee after floodwaters cut off the facility from land. Rescues were underway Friday afternoon. Tom Hanson, CBS News, Tallahassee, Florida.
Back here at home, we're also feeling the impact of Helene. The storm hitting the southeast is expected to bring very strong winds to our area tonight.
Meteorologist David Yeomans is tracking this weather alert with a closer look at what we can expect. David.
Yeah, big impact on your Friday night and Saturday plans. Tropical storm force winds are coming to Chicago starting right now. We have a wind advisory, which was in effect for our friends in Kankakee, Newton, and Jasper counties. That has been extended northward to include much of Cook County, including the Loop, and much of Chicago. Northwest wind gusts, especially in a window between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. tonight, could reach 45 to 55 miles per hour. You only need 39 mile per hour gusts to be tropical storm force wind gusts. Right now, we are seeing tropical storm force gusts, at least 40 mile per hour gusts at Midway, close to it at Kankakee and O'Hare. This is piling up some big waves along the lakeshore and is part of the big circulation, which was once Hurricane Helene to our south. You can see the big waves piling up here on the barricades near DuSable Lakeshore Drive. 71 degrees right now with steady northeast winds blowing into the city. Waves will be an issue for your plans for much of the weekend. A beach hazard in effect for Sunday morning, through Sunday morning rather, for breaking waves up to 12 feet. Needless to say, not the time to go boating nor swimming. Oh, and we're also going to see some rains at times this weekend. Coming up, a new high resolution timeline of when it's wet and when it's dry this weekend.
Thanks, Dave.